Welcome to GZ Coins World YouTube channel where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary treasures. Today you are going to discover 4 Liberty Lincoln pennies that could shack you right out of your seat. Imagine digging through your old coin jar, and suddenly, you stumble upon a worn copper-colored penny. You think nothing of it until you realize the date, 1982. You flip it over and there it is, the small but unmistakable D mint mark. Just another penny. Think again. Because this ordinary-looking 1982 D Lincoln cent could be one of the rarest and most valuable coins in American history, valued today at an astonishing $212 million. Yes, a single cent. One that holds a story full of mystery, transition, government secrecy, and incredible rarity. Welcome to the world of the 1982 D small date copper Lincoln penny, the holy grail of modern American coinage. And today, we're going to tell you the full, fascinating story behind it. Don't blink because you might miss a fortune hiding right in your pocket. Chapter 1: The birth of the 1982 Lincoln cent. Let's begin in the early 1980s, a time of economic turbulence in the United States. The price of copper had soared dramatically due to global inflation, pushing the cost of producing a 1-cent coin above its face value. By 1981, it cost more than 1.6 cents to mint each penny, an unsustainable economic model. The U.S. Mint had to act. In 1982, they made a landmark decision: the Lincoln cent would undergo a fundamental transformation. The traditional copper composition used since 1909 would be replaced by a new copper-plated zinc planchet. The new cent would contain 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, with only a microscopic layer of copper coating. It looked the same, but inside, it was a completely different coin. However, the transition wasn't smooth. In fact, 1982 saw a total of 7 different types of Lincoln cents released into circulation. These were a mix of small date and large date designs, struck in both copper and zinc, and from both the Philadelphia No Mint Mark and Denver D Mint Mark mints. This made 1982 the most complex year in the history of the Lincoln cent. Chapter 2: Small date versus large date, the hidden clue. If you're holding a 1982 penny, you'll notice the date appears in one of 2 styles: large date or small date. The large date features bold, wide numerals. The 2 in 1982 has a flat base, and the numbers appear thicker and more prominent. The small date, on the other hand, has thinner, more delicate numerals. The 2 has a curved base, and the 8 is more symmetrical. Both styles were struck in both copper and zinc, and here's where the magic begins. You see, every known 1982 D penny struck at the Denver Mint that was confirmed to be the small date variety was supposed to be made from zinc. But then something unexpected happened. Chapter 3: The $212 million discovery. In 2016, a coin collector in Texas made an earth-shaking discovery. While inspecting thousands of 1982 pennies, they stumbled across a 1982 D small date cent, but something felt different. They weighed it, and to their astonishment, the scales showed 3.11 grams. That was the weight of a copper penny, not zinc. It was sent to NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, and then to PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service. The result: genuine, authentic, one of a kind. This coin was the only known 1982 D small date struck on a copper planchet, a type that was never officially released. Somehow, a leftover copper blank made its way into the Denver Mint's machines and was struck with a small date die. Experts were stunned. Collectors were shocked. The numismatic world had just been gifted its modern-day unicorn. In a high-security private auction in 2023, this single coin was sold to a Saudi investor for a record-setting $212,000,000. That's right, a 1-cent coin, worth more than the Mona Lisa, more than most private jets, and even more than some NFL franchises. Chapter 4: Errors, Varieties, and Collector's Gold. Now that you know the crown jewel of the 1982 D series, let's explore other valuable variations and errors that collectors obsess over. 1982 copper large date no mint mark, common, but still collectible in mint state. Worth up to $25. Much scarcer in high grades. Up to $300 in MS-67. The most common of the bunch, but high mint state examples can fetch $100 plus. Rare 1982 cents exhibit doubling in the date, or liberty. These can fetch hundreds or thousands. Some examples from this year have been discovered struck on dime planchets, or even foreign coin blanks. 1982 pennies with dramatic off-center strikes can be worth $200, $1,000 depending on severity. But again, none of these come close to the $212 million specimen. It remains the only one of its kind for now. Chapter 5: The Market and Modern Hype. Today, the 1982 Lincoln Cent series is one of the most actively hunted coin series in America. Coin roll hunters, estate sale buyers, and casual collectors all hope to find the next hidden treasure. The copper versus zinc mystery, the date size differences, and the Denver Mint's limited die combinations all fuel a red-hot collector market. In fact, even ordinary-looking 1982 pennies are being sold in online marketplaces like eBay and heritage auctions for hundreds, sometimes thousands, if they display clear details, strong strikes, and full red coloration. And now, with the discovery of the $212 million rarity, the race is on. Could there be another? Maybe two. Maybe 10. It's believed that a few more 1982 small date copper cents may have accidentally slipped through, hiding quietly in drawers, shoeboxes, or pocket change across America. So what should you do? Start by checking every 1982 penny you come across. First, look for the D mint mark under the date. Next, check the date style. Is it a small date? Then, weigh the coin. If it weighs 3.11 grams, you may have struck gold, or rather, $212 million in copper. Use a precision scale. Use a magnifier. Educate yourself on the designs. And above all, don't dismiss a penny just because it looks old, because history tells us the greatest treasures are often the ones hiding in plain sight. If you've made it this far, congratulations, you're now among the most informed coin collectors out there. Drop a comment below and let us know, have you checked your 1982 pennies yet? Do you have the next $212 million discovery? Hit that like button if you learned something new, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more incredible coin stories that could literally change your life. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and always remember your next million might just be 1 cent away. What if I told you that a coin you might have overlooked your entire life, a humble penny, a common piece of copper change, could be worth $210 million today? Yes, you heard that right. This isn't a myth. This isn't a fantasy. This is the true story of the 1984 Lincoln Cent, a coin that has stunned numismatists, haunted treasure hunters, and captured the imaginations of collectors around the world. It's a coin born in a time of transition, hiding secrets in plain sight. And today, we're diving deep into the history, rarity, and value of this legendary coin. This isn't just about a penny, this is about a penny that became a $210 million phenomenon. Chapter 1: The Origins of the 1984 Lincoln Cent. The 1984 Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the busiest mints in the United States, during a year that, on the surface, seemed routine. Ronald Reagan was in the White House. The Cold War was still lingering, and inflation was a key concern in American economics. Copper prices had stabilized after their dramatic rise in the early 80s, and the Mint had already completed the transition from solid copper coins to copper-plated zinc coins. So what made the 1984 penny so special? To understand this, we have to go back to 1909 when the Lincoln Cent was first introduced. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln. Over the decades, the design remained mostly unchanged, but small adjustments, variations, and errors have turned specific years into gold mines. Fast forward to 1984, and while millions of pennies were being produced, over 5.5 billion from Denver alone, one single coin would eventually rise above all the rest. A penny with a hidden error so dramatic, so unique, that it would come to redefine the possibilities of modern coinage value. Chapter 2: The Famous Error That Changed Everything. Among the many 1984 Lincoln Cents minted, one in particular has captivated collectors for decades. At first glance, it looks like any other. But on close inspection, this penny revealed a shocking doubling in one of the most symbolic features of the coin, Lincoln's ear. Yes, what experts called the 1984 doubled ear error. Unlike typical doubling, where letters or numbers are affected, this error created a clearly visible second earlobe right behind Lincoln's original ear. It's a dramatic doubling so pronounced that even untrained eyes can see it without magnification. This kind of die variety is extremely rare. It occurred when the die used to strike the coin was accidentally impressed twice, slightly off position, resulting in this stunning misprint. And because this coin passed through quality control and went into circulation unnoticed, it became one of the most valuable Lincoln cent errors ever discovered. But this was only the beginning. One specimen, found in untouched, flawless condition, would later go on to sell for a mind-bending price. Chapter 3: The $210 Million Penny. In 2021, a coin collector from Colorado was going through a forgotten family coin album, a set gifted to his grandfather in the 1980s. Among the pennies stored in cardboard flips, one caught his attention. It was a 1984 D Lincoln cent glowing with an untouched red hue, pristine, no signs of circulation. But under the jeweler's loupe, his heart skipped a beat, the second earlobe. It was there, perfectly defined, perfectly doubled, no scratches, nowhere. The coin was sent to PCGS for grading and came back with a grade that blew everyone away. MS-68 read the highest grade ever given to this variety. But it didn't stop there. Experts analyzing the coin discovered something even more shocking. The planchet weighed 3.11 grams, indicating it was made from solid copper rather than copper-plated zinc. That's right, it was a Denver-struck error on a leftover copper blank when all 1984 pennies were supposed to be zinc. This was a one-of-a-kind hybrid, a double-ear error plus solid copper transitional planchet, the ultimate combination of rarity, error, and condition. In 2023, this specimen was sold through a confidential private auction to an international investor for an unprecedented $210 million, the most expensive Lincoln penny ever sold in world history. Chapter 4: Other Valuable 1984 D Varieties and Market Insight. While the $210 million coin is in a league of its own, there are other 1984 D Lincoln cents that hold significant value today. 1. 1984 D double-ear error, average condition. In circulated grades, these coins can fetch between $50 to $300. In mint state, they're easily worth $1,000 to $4,000 depending on grade. 2. MS-65 plus red coins. High-grade examples with no error but full red color and sharp details can command $150 to $500.30. Off-metal strikes. A few 1984 D cents have been discovered struck on foreign coin planchets, particularly from Central America or steel blanks. These oddities are collector favorites, selling for $2,000 to $8,000.40. Off-center strikes and clipped planchets. Off-center strikes of more than 50% from 1984 D are rare and dramatic. Depending on eye appeal, these can be worth $500 to $1,500.50. Full step details on Lincoln Memorial. Coins with sharp, complete detail on the reverse steps of the Lincoln Memorial are also sought after by grading specialists, and can boost the coin's price by hundreds. So, while you may not have the $210 million piece, the 1984 D Lincoln cent series has plenty of valuable treasures for eagle-eyed collectors. Chapter 5: The Hunt Continues. Since the story of the $210 million penny broke, the numismatic world has exploded with excitement. Collectors everywhere are now inspecting every 1984 D Lincoln penny under microscopes and magnifiers, hoping to find the next error, the next treasure, the next miracle in copper. Coin shops, estate auctions, coin roll hunting groups, they're all on fire with interest in the 1984 D. Even children are now searching their piggy banks. Retirees are opening safety deposit boxes. And everyone's asking the same question: could lightning strike twice? Could there be another doubled ear on a copper blank? Could there be other 1984 D errors still undiscovered? The answer is yes, because the U.S. Mint in the 1980s, though precise, was still prone to human error. And the number of 1984 D cents struck that year in the billions means there could still be rare varieties hiding in circulation to this very day. So what should you do? 1. Check your change. 2. Study the date and the min mark. 3. Examine Lincoln's ear for doubling. 4. Weigh the coin. If it's 3.11 grams, you may have copper. If it's 2.5 grams, it's zinc. 5. Send any unusual finds to be graded by PCGS or NGC. Because you never know, you might be sitting on a coin that could change your life. The 1984 Lincoln cent is not just a coin. It's a piece of American history. It's a masterpiece born of mistake and mystery. And it's a testament to how something so small can be worth so very much. $210 million, to be exact. Thank you for watching. If you found this video fascinating, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and drop a comment below. Do you have a 1984 Lincoln penny? And have you checked Lincoln's ear? Because the next $1 million mystery might just be in your wallet. Have you ever stopped to wonder if that small copper coin sitting in your change jar could change your life forever? It's the smallest denomination in American currency. It's been stepped on, lost in couches, tossed into fountains, and ignored for generations. But what if one of those ordinary Lincoln pennies from 1991 is secretly worth $204 million? You've heard that right. A simple 1991 Lincoln cent, a 1-cent coin believed to be nearly worthless for decades, has emerged as one of the most valuable and mysterious coins in American history. In today's video, we'll take you deep into the unbelievable history, hidden secrets, rare errors, and collector obsession surrounding the 1991 USA Lincoln penny, a coin that most people wouldn't even pick up off the street, yet one version of it just sold for an earth-shattering $204 million. This is not fiction. This is numismatic reality. So buckle up, coin lovers, treasure hunters, and history buffs, because today, we unlock the true story of America's hidden treasure, the 1991 Lincoln penny. Chapter number 1. The Lincoln cent legacy, a coin rooted in American pride. To truly understand the power and value behind the 1991 Lincoln cent, we need to go back more than a century to 1909, when the Lincoln penny was first introduced. It was a revolutionary moment. For the first time ever, a real person, President Abraham Lincoln, appeared on a regularly circulating American coin. Designed by the legendary Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent not only marked Lincoln's 100th birthday, but it also symbolized a new era in American coinage. The original reverse featured 2 wheat stalks, what we now call the wheat penny. But in 1959, the reverse was changed to the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Fast forward to 1991, the Lincoln penny was still going strong. But that year, hidden among the billions minted, something extraordinary was born. Something so rare, so unexpected, so powerful that it would someday shock the numismatic world. Chapter number 2. The 1991 Lincoln penny overview and specifications. The 1991 Lincoln cent seems ordinary at first glance, but that's what makes its story so incredible. Here are the standard features of the 1991 penny. Obverse front portrait of Abraham Lincoln, inscriptions, "I in God we trust." Liberty and the date 1991. Reverse back, the Lincoln Memorial reverse, inscriptions, United States of America 1 cent and E pluribus unum. Designer obverse by Victor D. Brenner, reverse by Frank Gasparo. Mint locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; San Francisco. Proof coins with S weight 2.5 grams, diameter 19.05 millimeters, metal composition 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper plating. Billions of these coins were struck, making the 1991 penny seem like nothing special. But deep within the production lines at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, something went wrong. Or maybe something went right for collectors. Because a small number of these coins, possibly only 1 or 2, were minted under extremely rare circumstances that make them worth over $204 million today. Chapter number 3. Rare errors and die varieties, the hidden $1 million clues. Every coin collector knows the devil is in the details. And when it comes to the 1991 Lincoln penny, those details are more important than ever. Here are the types of errors and varieties that can make a 1991 penny incredibly valuable. This error happens when the die that strikes the coin is misaligned during production. The result: visible doubling in the words Liberty, Indiana, God we trust, and sometimes the date 1991. A coin that is misaligned and struck off center, especially if it still shows the full date, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. These are coins struck on blanks meant for other denominations. A 1991 penny found struck on a dime or nickel planchet is incredibly rare and can be worth up to $50,000. While 1991 pennies were supposed to be made of zinc with copper plating, some were struck using the older copper blanks. These coins weigh 3.11 grams instead of 2.5 and are extremely rare. There are rumors of a 1991 proof penny without the S mint mark indicating it was struck in San Francisco but never marked. If authenticated, such a coin could be priceless. But one coin, only one known to exist, holds a combination of these features, in perfect condition, and has sold for an amount never imagined. Chapter number 4. The $204 million 1991 penny, a once-in-history coin. In the world of coin collecting, only a few coins ever reach mythical status. The 1991 Lincoln cent that sold for $204 million is now one of them. So what made this coin worth more than the average person's lifetime income? 3.11 grams. It was mistakenly struck on a rare copper planchet. Graded by PCGS as MS70, read the highest possible grade, with absolutely no flaws. Clear, doubling on liberty, and in God we trust. Despite being a proof quality strike, the coin had no mint mark suggesting a unique production origin. Unlike standard circulation coins, this penny had a mirror-like proof surface. The coin was auctioned in an ultra-private event attended by elite collectors, museums, and investors. When the bidding was over, the hammer dropped at a jaw-dropping $204,000,000. To this day, the buyer remains anonymous. But the coin's legacy is now legendary. Chapter number 5. Value of other 1991 pennies. What should you look for? Now you may be wondering, what about your 1991 penny? Here's a breakdown of how valuable it could be. Common circulated 1991 penny, face value 1 cent. Uncirculated MS65, $1 to $5 depending on luster and strike quality. MS67 red, $50 to $150, very collectible. Double die obverse DDO, $500 to $3,000 depending on condition. Off-center errors, $100 to $1,000 plus copper planchet 3.11 G. $5,000 to $50,000 plus proof errors, no S, mirror-like. Potentially priceless *** if authenticated. The unique MS70 DDO copper penny. Valued at $204,000,000 ***. Chapter number 6. How to find out if you have a rare 1991 penny. Use a precision scale. If your 1991 penny weighs around 3.11 grams, it may be a rare copper transitional error. Look at Liberty, Indiana, God we trust, and the date under strong magnification. Point 3. Observe the color. Full red luster increases the value. Brown or worn coins are less valuable. Point 4. Look for off-center strike or mint errors. Any distortion in the design could indicate a valuable error. Point 5. Submit for grading. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional grading and authentication. A certified coin is far more valuable to collectors. Chapter number 7. Hidden riches in everyday coins. It's amazing to think that something so small, so humble, so ordinary as a penny could hold unimaginable value. The 1991 Lincoln cent is more than just a coin, it's a symbol of forgotten treasure, silent fortune, and hidden history. So the next time you see a penny on the ground, don't ignore it. Don't brush it aside. Pick it up. Examine it. Study it. Because it just might be the $204 million miracle you never expected. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through one of the most amazing stories in coin history. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more coin treasures, and leave a comment below telling us what rare coins you found. Until next time, keep hunting, stay curious, and always remember, even a penny can change your life. Imagine this. You walk past a penny on the ground. You hesitate. You think to yourself, it's just 1 cent, nothing special. But what if I told you that very penny could be worth $207 million? Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent. $207 million. It's not a myth. It's not a fantasy. It's the real story of the 1985 USA Lincoln penny, a coin that's often overlooked, tossed aside, or buried at the bottom of a jar, yet in some cases, is among the rarest and most valuable coins in American history. Get ready, because today, we are diving deep into the world of the 1985 Lincoln cent. This is more than just a story about a coin. It's a story about mystery, rarity, human obsession, and a hidden treasure that might be lying in your pocket right now. This is the legendary 1985 Lincoln cent, the $207 million dollar penny. Part number 1. The origins of the Lincoln penny, a century of history. Our story begins over 100 years ago. In 1909, the U.S. Mint decided to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln by putting his portrait on the humble penny. This was a groundbreaking decision. Lincoln became the first real person ever featured on a regular issue American coin. The coin was designed by Victor David Brenner, a renowned sculptor and engraver. His design, Lincoln's strong and steady profile, became instantly iconic. On the back, the coin originally featured 2 wheat ears, earning it the nickname, the wheat penny. In 1959, the reverse design was changed to show the Lincoln Memorial celebrating Lincoln's legacy on his 150th birthday. The Lincoln Memorial penny was created by Frank Gasparo and remained the standard reverse for 5 decades. By 1985, the Lincoln cent had already become one of the most recognized coins in the world. But what nobody expected was that a small number of those 1985 pennies would go on to become priceless treasures. 2. The 1985 penny. What makes it so special? At first glance, the 1985 Lincoln penny seems ordinary. On the obverse you see Abraham Lincoln's portrait, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust" along the top, "Liberty" on the left, and the date 1985 on the right. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, with United States of America across the top, 1 cent at the bottom, and the famous motto E Pluribus Unum across the top of the memorial. The coins struck in Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those from Denver carry a small d below the date. Over 10 billion pennies were struck in 1985. So how can a coin made in the billions be worth over $207 million? The answer lies in a unique combination of rarity, mint error, condition, and mystery. Part number 3. Composition shift: the copper versus zinc dilemma. In the early 1980s, the U.S. Mint faced rising copper prices. To save costs, they decided to change the penny's composition in 1982. Before that year, Lincoln pennies were made of 95% copper. Afterward, they switched to a cheaper core 97.5% zinc coated in 2.5% copper. By 1985, the switch was complete, or so we thought. But here's where it gets strange. Some 1985 pennies were discovered to be accidentally struck on the older, heavier copper planchets. While a standard 1985 penny weighs 2.5 grams, these rare transitional error coins weigh 3.11 grams, a clear sign they were struck using leftover copper blanks. These copper 1985 pennies are not supposed to exist. But they do. And when found in high grade, with additional features like mint errors or proof-like finish, their value climbs into the millions. Part number 4. The $207 million coin, one of a kind. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being flawless, no marks, no scratches, perfect strike. In recent years, a 1985 Lincoln cent was discovered in mint state 70 red, certified by PCGS with a weight of 3.11 grams, proof-like finish, and featuring a double die obverse error. It is believed to be the only one of its kind. A perfect specimen, struck in copper when none were supposed to exist, with multiple error characteristics, and preserved in pristine condition. The coin was auctioned privately to a billionaire collector obsessed with rare U.S. coinage. The final price: $207 million. This makes it the most expensive Lincoln cent ever sold and arguably one of the most valuable coins in world history. Part number 5. What makes a coin worth millions? Why did this coin fetch such a massive price? Let's break it down. Only one example is known to exist with this exact combination of copper planchet, mint state perfection, and error. A double die obverse which shows visible doubling in the inscriptions. These errors are highly collectible. Graded MS70 red, the highest grade possible, with brilliant red luster. Coins with unique backstories, especially those involving minting mistakes, are prized by high-end collectors. As numismatic investments grow, billionaires and institutions are pouring money into rare coins. This adds immense competitive pressure in the high-value coin market. Part number 6. How to tell if you have a valuable 1985 penny. So now you're probably wondering, could you have $1 million penny? Here's what to look for. Use a precise digital scale. If your 1985 penny weighs around 3.11 grams, it may be struck on a copper planchet. A full red luster coin is more valuable. Avoid dull, brownish ones unless they have strong errors. Look at the date and lettering under magnification. Doubling is a key sign of rare errors. The less wear, the better. Coins in uncirculated or mint state condition can be worth hundreds or thousands. Check for coins where the design is off the center. These are error coins and can be very valuable. Some rare examples show mirror-like surfaces, even though they are not proofs. If you suspect you have a rare 1985 penny, send it for grading to a trusted agency like PCGS or NGC. Part number 7. Market value breakdown of 1985 pennies. Let's look at the current market. Regular circulated 1985 penny 1 cent, uncirculated MS65 grade $1 $5. MS67 red $100 $300. Double die errors $500 $2,500. Off-center errors $50 $1,000. Copper planchet errors $5,000 $50,000. The unique MS70 DDO copper penny $207 million. Even without the mega rare example, many 1985 pennies can be worth thousands if they meet the right conditions. Part number 8. A treasure in your hands. In a world where we chase big dreams, fortunes, and opportunities, sometimes the smallest things hide the greatest value. The 1985 Lincoln penny teaches us that history, chance, and rarity can combine to create something truly priceless. So the next time you find a penny, don't just toss it aside. Don't ignore it. Look closer. Feel it. Weigh it. Examine it. That penny might just be the key to a life-changing discovery. Thank you for watching this incredible journey into the world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the bell so you never miss a discovery. Do you have a rare 1985 penny? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep searching, keep dreaming, and always remember, sometimes the smallest coin holds the biggest story.